Welcome to Stillworks and Brewing. My name is Randy. This is a channel that's all about home distillation and brewing. Today what we're going to do is we're going to talk about pH and what it is and how we can change it and use it. Okay? So, first things first, please consider subscribing to the channel. You wouldn't believe how much that helps us out to keep this content coming to you. Number 2, hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything. Number 3, if you like what you see, give us a thumbs up. Number 4, share us with your friends, get the word out. And number 5, if you're inclined, leave a comment down below and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Okay, so pH, what is it? pH is a measurement of acidity to base from 1 to 14, okay? It's on a scale. And like 1 being battery acid, and number 14 would be like drain cleaner, and number 7 right in the middle would be neutral water. Alright? So, do you have to test your pH? Well, of course not. But if you want to take your brewing or your distilling to the next level, pH is one of the things that you can control pretty easy, and we'll go over that. So why not do it if you can? pH, what is it? pH is a measurement on a scale from 1 to 14 of 1 being acidic and 14 is on your base side. Number 1 would be like battery acid, and number 14 would be like drain cleaner, and then you got neutral water right at number 7 in the middle. Okay? So, first things first, do you have to check your pH? Well, of course not. I mean, I've made many of bourbons and I made a lot of beer and I've never checked pH before. I mean, if your water tastes good, yeah, go ahead and use it, of course. But if you want to take your brewing or your distilling to the next level, this is one of the elements in the system that you can change and manipulate. Okay? So why is checking your pH kind of important? Number 1, a lower mash pH, around 5.2, it has a lot of benefits. Number 1, it will improve the enzyme activity so that you can convert the starches over to sugar better, and it sure improves your yeast health. Okay, the sweet spot for, let's say, a mash is right around 5.2 on the scale, and for ciders and wines they say it's about 3.4. Okay, so how can we check our pH? Well, there's two different ways that I know of. Is one either with test strips, and you can get them at your local brew shop. But I happen to bought a pH meter, and relatively inexpensive. I think I paid $25 for this off of Amazon. But one thing you got to do with the pH meter, you have to calibrate it. Okay, and they come with the solutions to calibrate. The first one is 4.0, the next one's 6.86, and the next one is 9.18. And then on the back of the package, it has a temperature, I mean, ideal is 25 degrees Celsius or 77 degrees Fahrenheit, and then it gives you the what it should be over here. So like this is 1.18, okay? Alright, so how do you calibrate it? Alright, I guess everybody's meter that you could get, it would be different. This one, to follow the instructions that comes with your meter. So what you do is you just get some jars and you put 250 milliliters of distilled water. Buy distilled water, make your own distilled water, and put it in a jar, and then you mix this packet in there, And label the jars because you can, you reuse it many times. Okay, so the way I do it with this particular meter is right here is the line where you dip it into the liquid. Okay, so you turn it on, and I did check this. It's right about 77 degree water. So you dip it into the line. Okay, so it's coming 4.08. So just hold the calibration button for 2 seconds, and then it'll start blinking, and it will recognize the solution you got there, and it will calibrate it to that. And then you just move on to the next. Do the same thing over again. Hold the button, calibration button, until it starts blinking. You can let go. It comes to an end. It recognizes what solution you got. Alright. And then do the last one. Hold it for 2 seconds. Starts blinking. It says end. And it recognizes the solution I got there. So our meter is calculated. So we would be done with the solutions. So let's cover them up before I spill them. Because you know me, I'm good at spilling. Okay, and if you do have to rebuy the solutions, they're very, very cheap. I think I got 3 of each for like $5 off of Amazon. Okay? Alright. Okay. Here's some of my tap water, well water. We'll use our pH. Let's see where it's at. So you dip down, like I said, to this line. You can see that. Okay, you wait for it. It's going to take about 10 seconds or better. It'll bounce around. It's looking like 7.42. Oh, wait a minute, no, it's still bouncing. Yeah, 7. No. $7.38. Okay. So if I was brewing with this water, what I want to do is I want to try to, or make it in mash, I want to try to get it down to 5.2, right? Alright, so to do that, I am going to add some citric acid. Now you can buy citric acid, or I got some lemon juice here. So let's just put a few drops in, and then, oops, we'll see what it does. That's just a few drops. So let's see what we got now. $6.89. Alright. So let's just put a couple more drops in. That was about a teaspoon. So that is 6.0. So that's getting pretty close. So let's just put one more teaspoon in there, and that's just a I'm getting 5.08, so that's just a little bit too much. But you can see how that works, okay? Alright, so say we wanted to raise the pH, right? Make it more base. So let's remember what this was. This was, what did I say again? 5.1, right around there. Yeah, 5.11. That's where it stopped. 5.11. So you can take some baking soda. There's just a little bit. And this water is right about 77 degrees. I didn't mention that, but it is. Okay, so now she's starting to climb back up. She's 7.1, 7.2. And you can see how much I'm adding, just a little bit. I mean, seven point 7.5. Okay, so you can see what I'm talking about. So it's pretty easy to manipulate the water. Okay. This is a chart that I found online. I thought it was very interesting. But like 0 right here, which is battery acid, and drain cleaner here at number 14, and of course water being 7, being neutral. But like, look at this. Soda is 3. Tomatoes are 4. And there's your lemons at 2. Look at this. Stomach acid 1. Ooh. Soap 12. I mean bleach at 13. Ain't that crazy? I just thought that was interesting to see how everything kind of, you know, lays out. I found that it was very interesting learning more about pH and how we can adjust it and manipulate, you know, our mashes and our worts. So what you would end up doing is you could check your water, you know, before you use it, and then make sure that you check your mash. That's the most important thing. Your mash or your wort, whatever the case may be. Check that and adjust it to the level that you want. And I think your yeast will be very happy, and it'll be just one more thing that, you know, we can do, you know, to promote this hobby, to make it the best we can. On another note, I just hope everybody's out there is safe. I know it's some trying times out there right now. I do believe that it will get better, and I hope it's sooner than later. But we just hope everybody out there is safe and sound, and be careful and all that good stuff. So with that being said, thanks for coming and watching. We'll do this again. Enjoy the hobby. We'll see you next time.